This show is so cool.
Thank you.
Everything's back in the 70s. The wardrobe, the accessories, the food, everything. What is it like kind of stepping back in time?
It's really fun. I mean, to see those high C containers at dinner time on the table is fun. I mean, for us, it's really fun. We walk around the sets going, oh, I had this, and oh my God, I had this. And
everything's covered in cheese.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's fun. And I have great
so
hair.
You guys, yes, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So you guys are the parents and you have 8 kids. What is it like working with all of those child actors and teenagers? And
I think we're very lucky.
So far.
It's so far.
We feel like one or two of them might go south.
Could go a little off the rails, but so far so good.
No, they're really good. It's loud, though. It's a loud set.
Yeah, very loud, but a lot of fun. You know, the kids are really getting along with each other.
Yeah.
Very supportive of each other. So far it's been actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Mary, your character Peggy, she's tough but so funny, and I love the scene that we see in this premiere with her son's girlfriend. What drew you into your character?
Well, I mean, she's got some really good zingers. I love how tough she is. I love how angular she is, and you know, she's afraid. She's afraid of people coming into her home. She's afraid of outsiders. She's, I think, you know, while tough on the outside, super tough on the outside, I do think she's loving, you know, and she loves them fiercely. It's just she doesn't know how to show it.
Always.
Well, she shows it. She'd rather cook than say I love you. She'd rather give him a good meal than utter words like I love you. You know?
And how about Michael, your character Mike?
I think in a lot of ways it's the same thing. You know, there's an element of fear of just sort of staying one step ahead of everything the whole time, but feeling like he's completely in control until it is completely, you know, obvious that he's not.
Yeah.
There's this outside world that's coming into. They have very strong belief, very strong, you know, religious background and political beliefs, and God and country has never let them down. And now they're starting to see cracks in that and change, and they're not really sure how they're going to adapt to that.
Right.
But they have 8 kids that are going to help them figure out, you know, the old times and the new times, and they have each other.
Yeah.
And oh boy, do they need each other.
And you have a great dad speech.
I do in the pilot. I do have a great dad speech.
Yeah,
I think
nice
I think
scene.
we've both had some, you know, even up until now, some really wonderful dad-mom moments with the kids. You know, as we said before, there's not always the time to tell them we love them until we really have to tell them, and then we do. And
I don't. Peggy doesn't.
That's one of the wonderful things about the show is that you
You're
as an
nicer than
audience member.
You're nicer than Peggy.
I am, because I can afford to be, because I get to leave every day to go to work.
That's right.
I think it's interesting because it also goes back to a lot of like parenting techniques that, you know, are either forgotten or not really used today that could be useful.
Yeah, I don't know if it was techniques as much as
exactly.
just sort of like, get out of the house. I remember my parents would say, what are you doing in here? And I was like, I don't know, I'm just sort of bored. And they're like, oh, great, we'll put you to work. And you just took off.
Yeah.
You would not come back to that house. No way.
Oh, gosh. Can you guys give us a little preview of what's coming up after episode 1?
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, the show is going to pretty much stay in the summer of '72 for a while.
Yeah.
So we're going to be dealing with, you know, getting to know really the family
Yeah.
before we sort of branch out too much into the
Kids
world.
get into all kinds of trouble. One
But-
almost drinks. There's some dating stuff.
Yeah.
There's some, we get a microwave. That's pretty exciting. The first,
Ooh.
we're early adopters. Mike
Yeah,
brings
yeah.
home a huge microwave from his work.
For beta testing,
Yeah.
we have to
Beta
make notes. We have to make notes of any sort of
that happens.
side effects that might happen.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
And the kids go on some adventures. You know, we all have that moment. I mean, I grew up back east, you know, and it was sort of, I look back and I sort of go, I'm actually lucky to be alive.
It was
there were
pre-play
some
date,
moments
pre-play
that
date.
were sort of like, that could have gone a whole different way.
Yeah.
And we get it. It is better now. We get it. So send your email to Jennifer at WABC because we don't want
Yeah.
We get that we're better now and it's
Seatbelts,
safer.
we're pro
But it was
seatbelts.
funny back then. And our guys get into some mischief and there's some one I sort of call it some little rascal stuff, but it's been fun.
Oh, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me about the show today. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.